Hello and welcome to PSLive.tv. My name's Omar Kandili and we are live from Doha, Qatar. We're at the Khalifa International Tennis and Squash Complex, getting ready for this final between world number 1 Amr Shabana and Karim Darwish, world number 6. Well, Robert Edwards is in the background doing a raffle at the moment, but before we get to the match, let me take you to an interview I done with Karim Darwish a little earlier today. I'm here with Karim Darwish. Thanks, Karim, for talking to us here on PSL Live. You played Greg Gaultier in quarterfinals. You were fighting back again from Gaultier taking the lead. How did you manage to turn that game around?
Well, it's always hard, to play. Gaultier is one of the fittest players on tour. He's so strong on court. He's playing with a very fast pace. He was 2-1 up and 10-8 match point for him. He had like 2 match point, and I saved them, which is really good for me, I think. And yesterday against Nick Matthew, I lost the first as well, and I got back and got my confidence back. I won 4.
Yeah, well, you're playing Shabana here today in the final. Last time you played was in Hurghada. It must be real challenging to go and play the world number 1, especially in a Qatar Classic final. Have you been watching the videos, trying to figure out how you're going to beat Shabana?
I don't need to watch some videos because I know Shabana's tactic very well. The other way around as well. We train together like every day, so we know each other game very well. So Shabana's a great player. He's been world number 1 for 2.5 years now, and he's in his best shape nowadays. So and I think I'm in good form as well. So I think I'm going to produce a very good match tonight. And
quick congratulations on reaching the World Open final. It's certainly been a year of improved play from you. You've obviously been in the top 10 for quite a while, but most recently you've been beating the top players and reaching those semis and finals.
Yeah, it's this is the third final in a row for me for the big tournament after Petrosport, World Open, and this. And I'm really looking forward to win a big title, which I didn't do it before. And I think I'm in my best shape nowadays, and I got more mature on court and got more confidence.
Well, best of luck in your finals tonight.
Thank you.
Well, as you could just see, we're about to go to an interview to Amr Shabana, which I took earlier today. Hello, Amr Shabana. Thanks for speaking to us here on PSL Live. You were here in the Qatar Classic. You played Peter Barker in the quarterfinals. Peter's been playing fantastic recently, and you beat him in 34 minutes. What a performance there.
Yeah, I played tremendous squash that day. Peter is one of those players that is really playing well this year. He has had some great results, won a few tournaments, and to beat him 3-love, I think it was one of my best performances this season. And they came out on top.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're somewhat surprised to meet Thierry Linko in the semi-final. Of course, everybody expected Rami Shaw to get through. Thierry playing fantastic. Thierry came out in that first game, played really well, beat you in that first game, and you had to turn things around there.
Yeah, Thierry usually takes a while for him to get into the match, but I think due to his recent form, he wasn't playing that well, but I think he's found his form again. He's really excited to be competing again in the later stages. And like you said, he came out firing from the beginning. It caught me off guard, and again I had to dig in really deep. He moved me around the 4 corners of the court, and I really had to stick in there to be able to beat him. And I just played just this little bit extra better.
So we're here, it's finals day. You're playing Karim Darwish. Karim, of course, was in the World Open final. What form he's on recently?
Yeah, Karim this season has really strengthened his game. He's playing fantastic squash. For sure, it's going to be very tough to play him today. Whoever is going to play better is going to win.
Talking about the World Open, you obviously didn't quite win it this year. You've won 3 times before. This field was just too strong over there in Manchester?
Yeah, the problem is I was playing with Rami in the semi-final, and I was playing great squash. I was 2-1 up and 8-4 up and cruising really, but I got a few chances and wasted them, and playing in a World Open semi-final, you really can do that, and it's a lesson it's a hard lesson I have to learn from. Hopefully, I'm gonna be sticking here for a few years still, and maybe win one or two more.
Well, thanks, Emma. Good luck in your match today.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first player to come on this court deserves to be where he is. He has served an amazing apprenticeship, an ex-world junior champion, one of the gaggle of great players that have come out of Cairo. He's now the finished article. He's no longer the world junior champion. He is now pushing to be the ultimate player. This year, he lost in the final of the Petrosport in Cairo in a massive match against Wael El-Hindi. And it hurt him deeply. But then he went on to show just why he made that final. Because he got to the final of the World Open. And he lost to Gregory Gaultier. But he's in these finals. And now he's done it again. Already in this tournament, he has beaten the world's #2 player to get you. He's got you by right. He is some player. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any noise left, prepare to give it to me as I welcome from Egypt. He's the #7 player in the world. Come on, prepare to welcome Karim Darwish. He is silky, he is fantastic, he is a genius, he is a fantastic guy on and off court. He is the greatest player that ever came out of Egypt, and he wears the mantle well. He is a good world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, I think he's been world champion now for nearly 3 years, 30-something months, and that is an incredible feat by anybody, because there are a huge amount of these guys who are chasing him around the world. They're hunting him down. They want that #1 spot, as Karim does. Ladies and gentlemen, triple World Open champion. Triple. Think of it. 3. Yes, Mr. Music Man, give me some music. And let us welcome the man who is the defending champion. Already he's beaten a Pakistani, a Spaniard, an Englishman, a Frenchman, and now he's got another Egyptian. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome the Gentlemen, can you please shake hands? Get it up. Okay, let me try and impart a little knowledge to you. You saw these two guys shake hands. I can tell you that at the hotel and on the tour, you see that they talk together, they share breakfast table together, they talk together. As a bunch, they all travel together. But tonight, there's no together. There's only me. And that's what each one of them saying. I want this title. This is where the selfishness creeps in. Thank goodness, because we do not want squash players at this standing back. We want them to be gladiators, and that's what they are. This is one of the few games that actually starts and ends with a handshake. And no matter how distraught they are, how much blood and sweat they leave out there, these guys will still act with quite a degree of dignity. And that's what sets squash apart. But do not mistake that with the fact that they are in any way stepping back. They both want this so much. If they could step on the other one's chest, they would do it. They're going to be out there to win. You are going to enjoy it. Watch when they play, the movement of the players. Take one moment to watch the feet. Pick one of the players and watch their feet movement. This court, when you're on it, and you're being pushed around by an amateur Shabana, trust me, is a huge area, and they will be travelling every bit of it. Watch their athleticism. We've had some fabulous matches this week, and we've had a lot of fun, a lot of laughter, some sadness, etc. But you guys have experienced the best of the best. I want you to continue experiencing that. Your referee for this is a world referee. He comes from England. His name is John Massarella. He will be working with two signed referees, Ayaz Khan and Chris Sinclair, who's come all the way from Australia. They've done a phenomenal job this week. Tonight, before we do the presentation, I'll probably mention them again, but I think probably the perfect time for all of us to say to the 9 referees who have been here and have worked so hard, a huge thank you to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, the referees of the World Squash Federation, come on. Okay, that's it. You've got a match. I asked you before, I'm going to ask you again, because I know how many people here are from Egypt. How many Egyptians? About 6. Any over here? Any Egyptians over here? Okay. Now I know the Egyptians. I go to Cairo so much. I spend so much time there at tournaments, and I know they love winning. They don't understand losing. When they play or lose, they walk out. And it's something we find strange, but it's how they are. I accept it, no problem. But I'm going to ask you now, this is an aspect, because you've got 2 Egyptians out there. You heard me talk about Karim. You heard me say how desperate he is to get there. How many of you guys are going to be shouting for Karim Darwish? And how many for the world #1 Shabana? My friend in the middle, who has smiled right through this tournament, has got the right answer. We're going to be screaming for both of them. All of you Egyptians, all of you sports fans, all of you people that have made it so good to us, a huge thank you. When we finish this, please stay in your seats, because we will be doing the formalities of the presentation and the scene will change just a bit. But from me, because I don't get a chance again, a massive thank you to all of you. It's lovely to come back and see so many faces that I've known for such a long time. Maureen, people like yourself, all of the expats, and all of the guys who played as well. Thank you very much. This match, make it big, and thank you very much for everything this week.
Okay, well here we are getting ready for this match, and let's take a quick look here at the head-to-heads. They've played on 13 occasions. The last time in the Hurghada International over in Egypt, where Shabana beat Karim 3-1 in that semi-final. Before that wasn't as far back as the US Open 2007, so they've not played that much recently. That was the quarter-final stages, where Karim beat Amma. So by the last couple of encounters, it's too hard to call.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I ask you no flash photography, and please, as a courtesy to both players, would you turn all mobile phones off? Thank you.
Okay, central referee John Massarella.
The final of the Qatar Classic 2008. Amma Shabana serving, Karim Darwish receiving. Sit down please on the side wall. Best of 5 games. Love all.
Well, I've been wondering all week what would happen if two Egyptians made it through to the final. This Qatari crowd have been cheering the Egyptians all the way. And I think what happens if two Egyptians are in the final here is that the crowd cheer whoever wins. Well, with Darwish reaching that World Open final, it's just a demonstration of the form he's been on. As he said, he's reached 3 finals in his last 3 events. Certainly something Darwish wasn't doing a year or so ago. He's been putting a lot of work in, training with Shabana. Also other Egyptian players like Tariq Momin and Rami and Abdulaziz. Oh, it's loose from Karim. Oh, Shabana was there. That flick cross court and then Karim leaving the ball in the middle. Well, Karim was certainly be very pleased with this start. 5-1 lead on Shabana here in just 4 minutes. Well, that ball was tight down that side wall. Well, Amma beat Mansour Zaman in the first round and then Borja Golan in the second. That was a long match, that one. In fact, it went to 56 minutes. Shabana winning 3-1. And then he put that amazing performance against Peter Barker, beating him in just 35 minutes. And of course, yesterday, playing Thierry Linku. Lost the first game to Thierry, but then won the next 3 to win that one. Karim Darwish had 2 very quick wins over Darryl Selby and Ollie Tumanin. Karim's form's really looking obvious here. He's really taken it to Amma. And he took it to Greg Gaultier in the quarterfinals, beating him 3-2. He lost the first game, came back to 1-1, lost the third and came back to 2-2, and won the important fifth game. Referee making a firm decision there. Ball was out, but Shabana hitting the nick off the serve. This is really patient from Karim. Spotless performance here in this first game. Give him 6 game balls. And that's loose, and that's going to be game. Karim Darwish has taken the first game off Amma here in just 8 minutes. So we see a packed crowd here in the Khalifa International Tennis and Squash Complex here on centre court as we as we see a split screen of both Karim and Amma. Karim taking some words of advice from Whisper player Engi Corella. Shabana, I'm just taking a look now. I'm trying. He's actually got nobody in his corner. All of the PSA players that aren't still in the tournament have already left the tournament, so there's no one really to support Shabana. There's no Egyptian coaches here in Qatar. Warm applause from this Qatari audience, welcoming the players back onto court.
Darwish leads. 1 game to love, but all. No left. Down. 1 love.
what a kill again from Shabana.
Now 3-1. Now 2-3. Darwish. 3-1. Yes, lad. 3-all.
I think Emma thought that ball was too good, but from that angle it looked like there was enough bounce on it for Karim to have picked that up.
Yes, lad. 3-all.
Lamas just asked for his headband, which was down by the door. I'm not sure if he took it off at some point, but it's one of Emma's new sponsors there.
Yes, lad. 3-all. Now 4-3.
So you see some of the staff from Qatar Airways, one of the sponsors here at Qatar Classic. Oh, what amazing pickups! And Shabana finished shot down there.
5-3.
Once again, Karim Darwish sneaking into the lead, taking control of this second game.
Yes, lad. 5-3. Right side. Right side, yeah. 5-3.
shot there from Shabana. It's 4-5 or now 6-4. Oh, what a flip there. Well, Shabana's not quite being patient enough here. He's going for those shots, and there we are again. He's going for those shots when he's not really in a position. 8-5 Darwish. Well, the way Darwish is playing here is what a shot! I was going to say, the way Darwish is playing on tour at the moment, he's going to be jumping up those rankings. Certainly in the next couple of months. 10-5, 5-game balls here to go 2-love up on Amma. And he's just walking off the court. That's it. Karim leads 2-love. Well, Amma's actually heading off out of the arena at the minute. We see Karim Darwish once again just taking on water, focusing, getting ready for the third game. Shabana actually walked out and now he's just walking back in, just trying to get himself focused. He's 2-love behind here after just 19 minutes. It's quite incredible. Well, Amma's heading onto court early. from Amma. Getting his first point here in this third game. Well, looking at the statistics, they're certainly not in Shabana's favour. Shabana, when he's been 2-love down, he's only ever won 3 times out of 42 occasions.
Darwish. And out. 3-1.
And of the 132 occasions Darwish has been leading 2-love, he's only ever lost 4 times. He's 4-1 up here, and certainly looking like picking up his first ever major title. Well, it's worth saying the last time Darwish did lose after being 2-love up was at the Saudi International in 2007. And guess who that was to? It was to Amma Shabana. From Shabana, 6-2 now to Darwish. Well, it's of those 4 occasions I said that Darwish had lost after being 2-love up. One was to Shabana, as I said, and the other, or 2 other occasions were actually in Qatar, in the 2003 tournament to Thierry Linku, and the 2004 tournament to Mark Challoner. So Karim's got a lot of history to turn around here. Oh, what a get back. Oh, and it's going to be a let.
6-2 left.
Well, the crowd somewhat stunned at this performance from Karim Darwish. 8-2 now. He's just 3 points away from winning this Qatar Classic title. That ball pops out from Shabana. That's tight. Darwish gets it back. Off the back wall. Chance now for Karim, and wow, he just pushes that ball down the line. Shabana wasn't even going for it. It's all over here. Shabana's not going to win now. 10-2, Karim Darwish. Oh, that was a fantastic kill. Perhaps a consolation point. So Darwish sits 7 match balls. And that's it. Karim beats Amma Shabana here. 3 games to love in just 27 minutes. An unbelievable performance from Karim Darwish. Congratulations, Karim. Picking up your first major title here in Qatar. Well, we've seen two short finals here. Well, if you're on B-Win and you're betting the underdog, you've certainly picked the right one. Well, stick around if you're watching live. We're going to be going to the presentation here very shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, as they prepare the court for the presentation, I have a wonderful surprise for you. For those of you who, like me, adore this game and remember the history and the tradition of it, in my growing up, the man who probably inspired me more than any to start playing this game and to leave tennis is the man I'm going to bring out now. He's now working here in Doha as the head coach for Aspire. But I don't know if all of you really quite realise what an all-time great he is. Whenever I interview the Jahangars, the Jamsheds, and the Jokers, they all tell me that he was the hardest player they ever played in their lives. He and Jonah Barrington hunted each other around the world. They were the reason that professional squash started as it is today. And we all owe them a great debt for what they've achieved. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome out the man who also achieved 8 British Opens, 4 World Opens, 3 World Amateurs. Please welcome Jeff Hunt. Jeff, thanks for coming out. I don't want to talk about what you're doing here with Aspire, because I know the great job you're doing, because everybody has told me. I want to talk about Jeff Hunt and those mighty days when you played. Quick question for you. Played Jonah thousands of times. Who was, in your opinion, your hardest opponent? Who gave you the hardest time on the squash court?
There was half a dozen of them. But I think Jahangir Khan was the toughest player I played against. I think I had a match, one British Open final with 2.25 hours for 4 games, and it doesn't get much harder than that, I'll tell you.
I felt that then as you said it. The players of today, I mean, the game moves on and I know you pay respect to them, but if you could have played in this era, would it have made you a happy man?
I love to play any era. I enjoy still playing with the young students at Aspire, so from my point of view, I just love playing the game. I like watching it. Fantastic seeing what's going on in the courts here, seeing the movement of the players, the skill that these players have reached. Look, I enjoy squash and I always enjoy spectacle like tonight, even though I think Karim is too good tonight. I enjoy watching the spectacle, see how they hit the ball. Look, it's the greatest game of all, and I'd love to be so involved.
Ladies and gentlemen, he said it is the greatest game of all, and this man was one of the greatest of all. Definitely top 3 in the world, all-time greats. Will you please give a huge, huge round of applause to Jeff? Ladies and gentlemen, just before I begin, I know you guys are going to want your photographs, and I promise you, you will get them. All I ask you, because we have a locked-off TV camera up there, is if you can keep this centre as open as possible. If you can just move over to the touch, also to allow our VIPs to come in when they come on. You just a little bit to the right there. Okay, yeah, this is the problem. We all have it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd now like to start the presentations. This is, as you all know, the 2008 Qatar Classic. It is an enormous tournament on both the PSA and the Whisper Tour. We have, as I speak, our cameras taking pictures which will eventually be shown around the world. I will go back to the UK in 2 weeks' time and voice the tapes that will go out everywhere. And all of you and the beautiful town of Doha and Qatar will be shown to the world. Now I would like you to please welcome onto court the two men who are representing Qatar squash. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask our tournament director, Mr. Hisham Al-Qasaibi, to please escort onto court the president of the Qatar Squash Federation, Mr. Nabil Ali Ben Ali. Just before we start the presentations, this tournament is very much a favourite to all of us that come here. It's the players, it's the media, all of us that come to Doha. And the reason we especially love it is because what these gentlemen put in and they're bored. I know that Mr. Nabil Ali Ben Ali won't mind me doing this, but we would like to today say a little special thank you to Hisham Al-Qasaibi, who has been an amazing personality here in Doha. We love him around the world. He came to Bermuda when I retired from PSA, and it was such a joy to see him. I don't know what to give you, Hisham, because you are a man that simply has everything. But in this case, I wonder would you accept this racket, which has been signed by the 4 world champions, Rami Ashur, Amr Shabana, David Palmer and Thierry Linko, and I'm sure you'll get Jeff Hunt to add to it. Hisham, thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us bring on the people who have entertained us so regally during this week of squash. I would like to bring on, first of all, representing Whisper, would you please welcome the lady who probably at this moment feels disappointed, but it's another big final. Please welcome onto court, Natalie Grinham. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've said all-time great, we've said this, we've said that, but I know she is a favourite of yours. She's a favourite wherever you go around the world. She loves things in threes. She's already had 3 World Opens, and this is her 3rd success in the Qatar Classic. Please welcome, you know who it is, Nicole David. Talk about him. Well, there comes a time every great player can have a day when it's a bad day at the office. Maybe today that was the situation, or maybe we saw another man who really was his defining moment. Whatever, respect him. He is the world number 1, 3 times World Open champion. Ladies and gentlemen, he will always be a superstar. Please welcome Amr Shabana. He lost. He was deflated and he felt down, although he'd reached the final. Then he made the final of the World Open, and again he lost to Gaultier. Here he's come and he's beaten Gaultier, the number 2 in the world, and then tonight he beat the world's number 1. Tonight is his moment, and I hope it's a defining moment in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, another great player from Egypt. Please welcome the champion for 2008, Karim Darwish. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to make the presentations, if we can, to Whisper first, as is traditional, ladies first. In this case, we would like to ask Mr. Nabil Ali Ben Ali to make the presentation to the runner-up, Natalie Grinham. And now, before we make the presentation to our lady champion, Nicole, with being the best player in the world comes responsibility. Before you receive your prize, please, a few words from you on behalf of Whisper and yourself. Would you like to come in the center? I'm going to actually give you my microphone. So you say your own words.
Thanks. Firstly, it's great to be back here in Qatar and obviously winning it again for the third time here. And I won't be able to come back here and play the tournament here. It wasn't for our sponsors, you know. And also for everybody who are here to make this tournament a special one for all of us with the Qatar Squash Federation as well. It's just been truly a great feeling having such a crowd here, all the Malaysian supporters again. It feels like home actually. But yeah, it's great to be here, and thanks again for coming and supporting us all. Thank you very much.
So ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nabil Ali Ben Ali will now make the presentation to the 2008 Qatar Classic Ladies Champion Nicole David. The trophy that Nicole is holding, of course, is the one that stays here in Doha. It will be engraved up for her, and she will take away a beautiful trophy that she will be able to keep. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us do the presentations to the gentlemen who have performed so admirably during this week. Obviously not a great moment, and I'm going to do it as quickly as I can, Emma. I know you're not feeling at your best about this, but ladies and gentlemen, please remember the ilk of this man, the quality of this man. He'll be back. It'll be next week, it'll be the week after. This guy is something special. Will you please welcome the runner-up to receive his trophy, Shabana. We've never done this before, Karim, but this is also part of your education. You've reached so much and you've done so much in your life. But today, a major win here in Qatar, and you will be representing the players. So please, would you like to say a few words on behalf of yourself and PSA? Ladies and gentlemen, Karim Darwish.
First of all, thank you all for coming and support us in Shabana tonight. I'd like to thank Nabil Ali Ben Ali for sponsoring the event for the 9th year in a row. It's a great event. I'd like to thank Shabana. He's a great player. He's been world number 1 for 2.5 years now. World champion 3 times. He's a great player. أول حاجة بحب أشكركم جدا إن أنتوا جيتوا الأسبوع ده تشجعوا اللعيبة المصريين، سواء كنت أنا أو عمرو أو أي حد من اللعيبة المصريين. بشكركم جدا. تاني حاجة بقول له هارد لك عمرو لعيب عظيم، بقاله 2.5 سنين رقم 1 على العالم. كون إنه يخسر النهارده مش معناه إنه مش هيكسب تاني، إن شاء الله هيكسب بطولات كبيرة تانية إن شاء الله، وبشكركم جدا.
Ladies and gentlemen, all those years on the court, all those hours of practice, and this is what he did it for. Will you please welcome the 2008 Qatar Classic champion, Karim Darwish. Ladies and gentlemen, all of these photographers and cameramen are going to want about half an hour on this spot. I know it, gentlemen. Don't worry. Every photograph you want, you're going to get. But it's the appropriate time to speak to our live audience. I want to thank you on behalf of every player, all of the players that left here took time to ring me and say, Robert, when you get to the final, let them know just how much we enjoy being here. They're now scattered around the world. But we will come back next year and we will do this again. I asked one question of you. Will you please come back and join us? Will you? Ladies and gentlemen, until we see you then, keep smiling, stay as a lovely, lovely audience, and may your God bless you. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you next year.
Well, certainly a big thank you from me also here at PSLive.tv. It's been a fantastic tournament here in Qatar. And I'd like to just quickly thank Shahab, who's been here helping me out. And again, thank you for watching. We're next going to be in Hong Kong. And I'll be home for 1 week and then I'll be off to Hong Kong to bring you live coverage from the Hong Kong Squash Centre. And then we'll be back down on the harbour, on the seafront, to bring you live pictures from semis and finals, both PSA and Whisper. As we see shots of Karim, the new Qatar Classic 2008 champion. I'd like to thank you very much for joining us here on PSLive.tv. My name's Omar Kandili. See you again soon. Goodbye for now.